Thank you all for joining the District Project Committee for our webinar tonight. My name is Amy Tran and I serve as the District Project Committee Chair, and I'm so excited to speak with you tonight about the SEAD and Youth Houselessness Initiative. So, as many of you know, the Pacific Northwest District has decided to begin this new district project, and I can't wait to see the positive impact we will create. Tonight, we are focusing on providing a breakdown of the new district project so you feel confident volunteering and raising money in support of it. I hope that you find this event both educational and inspiring, and that you are able to make the most out of this experience by bringing your newfound knowledge into your own communities. Now, without further ado, I would like to introduce you to the District Project Committee. Just to reintroduce myself, my name is Amy, and I'm a senior at North Creek High School, serving as the Lieutenant Governor of Division 21. Unfortunately, our District Governor Nola couldn't join us today, but she's here in spirit.
Hi everyone, my name is Lydia Park and I'm the Division 56 LTG and I am a senior at Pullman High School in Washington. Thank you for being here today.
Hi Key Clubbers, my name is Anisha Kalgi. I'm the LTG of Division 27 and I'm a senior at the International Community School.
Hey, I'm Kathleen and I'm Division 2224's Lieutenant Governor from Arlington High School.
Hello, my name is Isaiah Q and I am the LTG of Division 38 and I'm a senior at Olympia High School.
Hello everyone, I'm Isabella Bolisari, Lieutenant Governor of Division 70, and I'm a sophomore at Woodburn High School in Oregon.
Hey y'all, my name is Zachariah Presnell. I'm a senior at Lake Ridge High School and the LTG of Division 64. So happy to see y'all.
Thank you all for sharing. So to begin, we would like to introduce the SEAD initiative to those of you who may be unfamiliar. A common question that you all may be asking is why youth houselessness? I will pass it on to Kathleen to share with us a little more about that.
The first major reason why the SEAD and Youth Houselessness Initiative is so important is because it is a local issue. By incorporating the 4 core elements of this initiative, support, empower, act, destigmatize, both rural and urban clubs can contribute to the district project while addressing immediate needs in their communities in an impactful and meaningful way, regardless of their geographical location or financial situation. I'll pass it on now to Zach to tell you a little bit more about why we chose this project.
Another reason we chose to pursue the SEAD initiative is because houselessness can change the entire trajectory of a young person's life. In Washington alone, over 13,000 youth face houselessness. In Oregon, that's over 8,000. Given that the PNW includes these 2 states plus BC, Canada, Idaho, and Alaska, these numbers are staggering. Even more alarming are the long-term consequences of houselessness. Children experiencing houselessness often have significantly higher rates of emotional, behavioral, and long-term health problems, often causing self-esteem issues and putting them at risk for other negative outcomes like substance abuse and suicide.
Finally, the SEAD initiative is a project that allows people of any financial and geographical background to contribute to the district project. Just like our previous district project, Help in Hunger, there is a wide variety of ways to contribute. But the SEAD initiative expands upon the possibilities and opportunities created by Help in Hunger. From monetary fundraising to donation drives to educational projects, anyone can contribute in any way you can think of, no matter where you are.
Now that we've established the importance of ending youth houselessness, you may also be wondering about what it looks like in the Pacific Northwest. So Lydia is going to share some statistics with us to understand its current impact.
Each year, the current state of youth houselessness have been reported that around 4.2 million youth and young adults experience houselessness globally and over 70,000 in the Pacific Northwest. The National Youth Homelessness Survey reports that 20% of the houseless population in the PNW is youth between the ages of 13 to 24. In a given year, there are at least 35 to 40,000 youth experiencing houselessness. 77.5% of houseless youth reported that their inability to get along with their parents played a significant role in why they left home. 29.5% of houseless youth identify as LGBTQ and 28.2% identify as people of color. Although youth houselessness is often underreported and extremely difficult to track, this demonstrates the significance of increasing numbers of houseless youth in the PNW, which continues to be a prevalent issue throughout our region. By donating through the PNW website to our main 3 organizations and by volunteering, we can prove just how little it takes to make a huge impact on our communities. Now, I'll be passing it over to Anisha, who will be speaking about our 2023 to 2024 district project goals and updates.
This year, our goal as a district is comprised of 2 main components, service and fundraising. For service, we aim to provide at least 10,000 hours to those in need. This goal can be achieved in a variety of ways, in club projects, volunteering at shelters for the houseless, hosting drives, and many others. Whatever creative endeavor your club can think of can contribute to this goal. As for fundraising, we strive to donate $15,000 to the initiative. Again, there are a multitude of ways to achieve this, such as club fundraisers, events with entry fees, miracle minutes, and personal donations. As for tracking your club's contributions, there is a section in the monthly secretary report dedicated to reporting district project contributions. We rely on the information that you provide through this form to accurately measure our progress towards our goal. As more in-person service opportunities present themselves after the pandemic, we know you can participate in and eventually report great things. Considering that we've surpassed our goals in past year's district projects, we are more than confident that you'll all report extraordinary results.
Here's a quick update on what our district has achieved so far. We're proud to report that we've collected 663 hours and nearly $7,000. These are great accomplishments, and we know you are all capable of so much. To help us catch up on service, try finding a shelter near you to volunteer at.
Considering the number of key clubs in the Pacific Northwest, 285, and the large-scale goals we want to achieve, we've broken this down to the club level to reach our full potential. To achieve our goals, each club over the entire service year only needs to donate roughly $53 and 35 hours of service. This is an achievable goal. If each club is able to contribute just this, we will easily be able to fulfill this district project. Of course, we encourage you to extend past these numbers. Now I'll be handing it over to Isabella to tell us how we can fulfill these goals.
Thanks, Anisha. There are 3 forms of contribution to our district project: fundraising, service, and education. One of the easiest ways to get involved is through service. Hosting food, clothing, or hygiene product drives, volunteering at your local youth homeless shelters, or making care kits are all great examples of how to serve under the SEAD initiative. Here, you can see volunteers from Auburn, Mountain View distributing food to those in need.
Another method is fundraising. This could look like hosting miracle minutes, starting online crowdfunding opportunities, or hosting school-wide entertainment events with proceeds going towards this cause. Shown here is the fundraising method we used at Key Club Day North to encourage donations. Each lieutenant governor ran around collecting spare change and cash from their members, and the division with the most money collected was able to pie the executives in the face as an incentive.
Lastly, education. The D in SEAD stands for destigmatizing, which is a critical element to SEAD's mission. Promoting the district project resources with your members on social media is a fantastic way to start. Using accurate statistics, sharing the impacts of houselessness, and correcting common myths about houselessness are crucial to education. Informing members of the cause and encouraging them to get involved is key.
So, what resources are available through the district project initiative? As you can see, there is the PNW Key Club website, the official Instagram of PNW Key Club, and the one-pager. Another way to support and get involved with the district project is to attend the district convention later in the year. The PNWAF Pacific Northwest Opportunities Fund allows clubs to receive up to $1,000 towards 2/3 the cost of a major service project. Applications will close tomorrow on Tuesday, October 31st, and the Youth Opportunities Fund is similar and can be found on the Key Club International website. In addition to these, the DP committee is working on creating a kit including the resources listed above, as well as a service partnership directory, a fundraising guide, and more.
Thank you for sharing that information with us, Isaiah. And with that, this is a good opportunity to pause and reflect on how you can get involved with the SEAD initiative. And however that might look, I'm excited to see how you all contribute this year. And as always, you are more than welcome to contact any member of the District Project Committee with any questions, comments, or concerns you may have regarding the district project at any time. They're more than happy to chat or help you out in any way possible, so please do not hesitate to reach out. Now that we've heard from our committee, we would love to pass the mic on to you guys to ask any questions you may have for us. Be sure to type your questions in the chat if you have any, and we will be happy to answer them. Get out your lingering questions before we compete for the $25 gift card in our Kahoot. Okay, we have a really great question in the chat. So the question is, why do you guys say houselessness instead of homelessness? So this is a really intentional choice. The word home implies family, loved ones, and sense of community. And it's just not true that people who don't have houses don't have community or loved ones. And so because of this, we say houselessness to not strip them of that aspect of their identity, and really just see it as something that sorry, as something they're experiencing rather than something that defines them. Yes, we will be sending these out after, as well as a recording. So we have another question. What goods are acceptable for donations? So with that, non-perishable foods are really appreciated at food banks. So that would be things like canned foods. I know some places take chips, basically things that just won't expire. Clothing, most clothing is accepted, both used and new, but they just don't want anything with like stains or holes or anything that's just overly tarnished and can't really be worn. But it really depends on where you're volunteering or where you're donating to. So if you check websites and such, they will usually have further information on the types of donations that they're looking for. But almost every organization will accept money. So if you're looking to do a fundraiser, then that's always an option. Okay, another question. How many years will we have this district project for? So it's ultimately up to district governors to choose the district project each year, but it is likely that we will have this district project for at least another year. Okay, I live in Pullman, which is a rural area. How can I contribute? So in our soon-to-be published service partnership directory, every division and every club will be able to find somewhere to contribute near them, whether this be volunteering or fundraising and looking to donate. You can also look up homeless shelters near me, which will give you different results on areas you can volunteer near you. And then also remember that contributing doesn't have to be limited to in person or volunteering at a shelter. As we mentioned before, you can always host a fundraiser or a donation drive with things like food, clothing, or hygiene products, and there are many places that would happily accept these. Why did the Pacific Northwest choose youth houselessness? So with our clubs being spread out all over the Pacific Northwest, we wanted a project that everyone could contribute to. So whether you're in an urban area like Seattle or Portland, or if you're in a rural area like Pullman, there's the prevalent issue of houselessness everywhere. But no matter where you are, you can create change in your local community through fundraising, service, and education. Don't be shy. You can send it privately if you don't want everyone to see, or you can just send it in the big group or unmute, however you want to go about it. Are there any key partnerships or organizations that the SEAD initiative plans to work with to achieve its goals? Okay, this is a great question. Thank you. So if you look at the Key Club website, a lot of the preferred means of donations are through the three main organizations of Youth Care, Home Aid, and Covenant House. So depending on your region, each of these will correspond to you. So if you're from Seattle, then your primary donation center or partner organization would be Youth Care. If you're from Portland or Oregon, that would be Home Aid. And then if you're from Alaska or Canada, it's Covenant House. And these are the three partnerships that we formed that will accept donations through our Key Club website. But you can always donate or volunteer at shelters closer to you, and it will still count towards the district project if you report it in your secretary reports. How do you get the numbers identifying persons of homelessness? So we did a lot of research before starting this project, and we used reputable sites, actual data from the homeless shelters themselves, or places like Youth Care, Home Aid, and Covenant House to retrieve these numbers and further identify the actual statistics of homelessness in our region. What is your personal favorite way to volunteer for SEAD / do you have a favorite organization for this? I can refer this to other lieutenant governors if you guys are looking to answer this one as well. But for me personally, I once held a DCM partnering with Youth Care, one of the main organizations, and it was really, really great and probably my favorite way to contribute. So as you all know, your club falls into a division, which is led by a lieutenant governor, and your lieutenant governors will hold DCMs, also known as divisional council meetings. And so one of my favorite events ever was holding a talent show. And for entry, we charged either money or clothing. And with these proceeds, we donated them directly to Youth Care. And we also had a guest speaker from Youth Care come in and present during the meeting. And it was really enlightening to hear their perspective and what they actually do with donations. And it was also really fun to have all 13 schools in my division gathered for a fun event as well. How can we get a copy of these slides? I want to share these information to my members. Okay, thank you for that. We will be sending out the slides after via email. What is a simple fundraising or service project idea for clubs? I'd say probably the most simple fundraising idea is doing a miracle minute. So whenever you guys have a meeting or you're doing a large event, it's really, really easy to just run around with a hat, a bucket, an envelope, however you want to do it, and tell people to put in their spare change. So when you do that, you can offer an incentive if you're broken up into groups or different clubs or anything like that. But if you just collect spare change and then total it up after, it really accumulates and it's a great way to fundraise. How did you work with Youth Care to get someone to speak at your event? So it's actually surprisingly easy to get guest speakers at your events. Usually on websites, especially with these shelters and such, you can just fill out a form request for them to come to your event, and then they'll reach out to you via email, and then you guys can get the details worked out. But just looking for that. And then if you can't find a specific page for it, I'd recommend that you email or shoot a phone call to the organization, and I'm sure they'll be able to work with you. You can even do this for people that work in government. Like I know Patty Murray does it. So just trying to shoot your shot and see if they can come. Will there be special recognition for clubs contributing the most to the district project at DCON? Yes, absolutely. So every year you can win awards for contributing to the district project, I believe. Last year, I'm not sure how many there were, but you can always reach out to our DCON project chair, Sweta Peru, and then her email is convention@pnwkeyclub.org if you have further questions about that. There's the DCON webinar that you can rewatch, and then also the DCON Instagram that will have further information if you're looking to apply to awards. Thank you, Isaiah. The email is in the chat if you're looking for that. Where can I find examples / ideas of service projects to do for this DP? Okay, this is a perfect question because the district project committee has been hard at work creating a contribution guide for you all. This contribution guide will include ideas on education, service, and fundraising. And once we publish that, you can use any of the ideas mentioned in there, reach out to the successful schools that have already done them, and follow the steps that we've given you to organize these events on your own. While you wait for those, there are current sources on the PNW Key Club website or Key Club International, where you can look up service projects to do or fundraisers to do. And it's always really helpful if you just kind of hold a brainstorming session with your board or within your club meetings. And if any of you have service ideas or fundraisers that you really enjoyed, feel free to speak up and share about them.
I think one thing for my club, I go to Timberline. It's in Olympia, Washington. One thing that a lot of clubs in our area do frequently is just partnering with like local businesses, and whether it's like little pizza places or like boba shops and things like that, and just like getting them to partner with us, and they'll give us like coupons and things like that to distribute, and then people return those to the business, and then like we're driving business to them and getting them more business, and in return, when people return the like coupons and stuff that we give out, then they donate like part of the proceeds to our cause.
Perfect. Thank you so much for sharing. That's a great option. A ton of the clubs at my division also do these really low maintenance fundraisers where you can just reach out to a certain business. So for example, Share Tea, and say you're interested in doing a fundraiser with them, and they'll set it up so that when people mention you at checkout, you get about like 10% of the proceeds depending on what business it is. And then yeah, sometimes the person buying it also gets a discount as well. Okay. Maybe another minute just to get out any last second questions before we get into our Kahoot. What's the Kahoot about? So it's just going to be a quick overview of all the stuff that we've learned in this webinar. So if you have anything that you think is important that you may not remember, feel free to shoot us a question because there is a prize for this Kahoot. Okay, I'll hand this off to other lieutenant governors to share as well. So what has been your most successful service project you have done?
I can go. I had a DCM and I centered it around youth houselessness because we met and donated to a youth houselessness shelter slash like resource center. And then we donated as a group, and then we met at a park to do a bonding activity that I facilitated. And it was really impactful to be able to serve under the SEAD initiative as one unit.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Really quickly, a really successful fundraiser that my home club did was that we had community members and churches donate clothing items, and then we created a sort of garage sale at our local farmers market where all the clothes were technically free, but we accepted donations. So there was a lot of people in our local community that were in need of having clothing that were able to get clothing for free, and then all the money that got donated, we donated to Cocoon House, and all the extra clothes also went to Assistance League of Everett. So it was like multifaceted ways of donating.
I love that. Yeah, if any of you guys that aren't presenting have a really successful project that you're proud of, feel free to share it as well. Like all ideas are welcome.
Yeah, at my home club, last year, so for the previous DP, but this would definitely still apply here, we ran a food drive for our entire school for about a month. It was around Thanksgiving time, so I guess people were a little bit more motivated to kind of donate food. But we just kept boxes at the front of our school, and then we labeled them all for each grade so that there was kind of a competition between the grades to see which one could donate the most food and they would get a prize. So that also kind of incentivized people to donate. But in the end, we got around 520 pounds of food, which was pretty good because my school is pretty small. And then we donated it all to Northwest Harvest. Yeah, Northwest Harvest. But it's a pretty simple project, but it works pretty well. Yeah.
Thank you.
For my home club, we had like a volunteer idea where we went up to like different stores. So we would stand in front of stores. We had like separate groups. So in our key club, like we like dispersed into like different groups to like different stores, and we stood there and we asked for like non-perishable food, and we like handed them papers. So like we had a list of non-perishable food that they can donate to homeless shelters.
Thank you.
This wasn't really a DCM or anything, but there have been like 2 organizations in Portland that I've gotten like groups of people from Key Club to come together and sort of volunteer with. For one of them, called Pair, it was really fun because basically we just all met up at somebody's house and then baked a bunch of goods that we then sent over. So it's always really fun to get together and bake with people, but it was even more fun than when we were making an impact like that. And then the other one was New Avenues for Youth. And they're just a really cool organization that I want more people to volunteer with.
Thank you. Okay, let's get into our Kahoot. Can we see the screen? No? Okay. Okay, we'll do like another minute to join. Okay, I'm gonna start it. Are we ready? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay. What is this year's district project named? Be careful with this one. Okay, so it is the SEAD and Youth Houselessness Initiative, with SEAD being very intentionally spelled SEAD, which you will see in the next question. We have Vina in first place, Marissa in second, Henry in third, Noah in fourth, and Brett in fifth. Yes, support, empower, act, and destigmatize. Okay. Okay, our goals are 10,000 service hours and $15,000, of which we've currently raised $7,000 and only like 663 hours. So please try to get that up.
We believe in you.
Yes, you guys got this. Okay, so as we mentioned before, there are 3 organizations through the Pacific Northwest Key Club website that you can donate to, with each one correlating to your region. So with Homemade, this one will relate to you if you are in the Portland area. Youth Cares for the Seattle area, or just like Washington, Oregon in general, and then Covenant House for Alaska and Canada, BC. Ooh, some changes in the rankings.
Up 7, nice. What is the district project color? Yeah, so the district project color this year is purple. I can't remember the exact shade that it's called. Do any of you guys remember what the exact shade is? Yeah,
No.
so we'll just stick with purple. This year's color is purple.
Rosie up the ranks.
Yeah, move up, move up. What's the corresponding Key Club partner organization for the Seattle area? So for this one, yeah, Youth Care is the main one that we partner with. That's more like northern Seattle area. Amy did mention before that she did have a speaker from them come to the DCM, to their DCM a little while ago. So yeah, that's
Yeah. They're really great, really friendly. If you guys are hosting any sort of meeting and you want to involve the district project in some way, this is a great way to get on the destigmatized portion and work on the education part of the project as well. They're more than happy to come in and see that you're interested in the cause. Rosie on fire.
answer streak of 6. Around how many youth are currently affected by houselessness in the PNW overall? So yeah, in the
How much, where are we putting the dollars?
Oh.
And those are questions I sit there and go,
Okay, but overall in the PNW, according to like national and statewide statistics from both our national side and state statistics, we have about 70,000, give or take. Now, in comparison to like overall in the US, that's a pretty small portion, I think. But overall, just 70,000 on, just think about the number 70,000, and it's pretty shocking, all things considered.
And 4.2 million globally.
Yep, 4.2 million globally.
Mm-hmm.
You can make an impact by fundraising, educating, and serving. Come on, I know
True
you guys
or
can get this one
false?
right.
Yeah, I hope
Come
we
on, I
get
know y'all can get
100%
this one
on this
right.
one.
Yeah.
Don't know what to say
We
if
got
we
this,
don't.
guys.
Someone's gonna mess it up on purpose now.
Ooh.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah, true.
Ooh, I think I see a Division 21 member in first place right now.
You
Come
got
on,
that, bro.
D56, you got this.
38, let's go, bro. What regions are most impacted by this district project?
Yes!
So great job, guys. It's both. It's technically both because regardless of what region it is, 99% of regions that you will encounter will have been affected by this in some capacity. Some obviously more than less. It depends on the location, but what is the prime factor that has the greatest impact on youth becoming houseless?
I said this before.
Yeah, let's see if you're paying attention.
Almighty Secretary. Okay, so obviously all four of these can definitely have an impact on youth becoming displaced from their homes in any sort of capacity. But statistically, it's family conflicts such as divorces. Can you guys name any other ones? Because I can think of divorces off the top of my head. But family conflicts tend to be what usually drives them apart. But of course, the other three, they definitely play a role.
And it's around 77.5% that is caused by family conflicts.
She's got the statistics memorized.
Hmm.
What communities are disproportionately affected by houselessness?
All three.
Nice.
Is it nice?
What? Houselessness won't cause long-term emotional, behavioral, and health problems.
Oh,
Oh, that was speed.
okay,
Oh my
guys.
God.
I mean, it was easy, but man.
That's so bad.
Speed.
Pre-fired.
What is the type of item you cannot donate?
I believe in us. I think we've got this one. Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh.
so you can donate all of these things. And by open/use products, it's mainly referring to like hygiene products or food items because nobody wants to eat like moldy leftovers and nobody wants like used underwear with holes in it. So just kind of be conscious of what you're donating. Check out the websites before. Yeah.
Oh, all right, all right.
closing
Final
in.
stretch. Two
Gotta
questions. Two
focus.
questions. Who is the district project chosen by? Okay, okay. I mean, technically, both answers are true to a certain extent, but it is ultimately the district governor that does choose each service year's project.
Not Kyle Hansen anymore.
Not the almighty.
Not the
Not our
almighty.
All right, final
Last
question.
question.
Around how many service hours will each club need to contribute? Approximate, of course.
Yes, 35 hours, but please try your best to go above and beyond. We're doing really, really well in fundraising, but I'm guessing it's just because we're kind of fresh into the new school year. But when you're presenting service opportunities to your club members, make sure to offer something related to the DP so that we can achieve our goal. Okay,
Absolutely be going for 60.
yes. 35 each person, honestly.
There
Okay.
we go.
Drum roll, please, as we announce our winners and the winner of the $25 Amazon gift card.
Here's the podium.
Third
All
place,
right, in third place.
Mia. Second place, and a lot of
Who's
mystery
Ed?
here. First place, Fred. D21 forever. Round of applause for everyone who played, and then Marissa and Henry as well. Thank you all for involving yourselves. Okay, and then Brent, we will be in contact with you about your gift card. Returning here. 1 second. Finally, to close out tonight's webinar, I would like to thank you all again for taking the time out of your busy schedules to learn about the district project. I hope you are all inspired to take the knowledge you gained from tonight's webinar out into your own communities, because I know I am. Thank you all again for joining, and I hope you all have a great rest of your evening. Feel free to contact us if you have any further questions or concerns.